Okay, real quick here, I just want to do a quick rundown between the Brevere Blackface, which is the one I'm holding right now, and this is the brown, and the Brevere Clarendon. So they're both basically, as far as size and readability, I guess close to the same. But, of course, there are slight differences, and I just wanted to share them with you. So, here we go. Alright. There's Matthew in the Brevere Blackface, and as you can see, it does have the self-pronouncing text, and all the proper names are broken up into syllables. One thing it does have that I really like is the ribbon is pretty thick. But, readability is not bad. It does have a lot of that self-pronouncing stuff in it. But what I do like is it has the chapters numbered. So Matthew is the 930th chapter in the Bible. And that's pretty cool. I'll just scan down the page here a little bit. I like the Blackface. I think it has a fairly readable typeface, and to be a smaller Bible, it's definitely got its good points. The only bad point I would say would be the self-pronouncing text, but I don't have a problem with it at all. So, I just thought maybe a few of you would like to check that out and see it for yourselves. There's Thessalonians. Even has the little pole, has a symbol over it. So it's got a self-pronouncing text all over it. But I like it. I think it looks really old school. And of course, it's the 1112th chapter. I really like that. I wish that was in the Clarendon. But anyway, I'm going to move over here to the Clarendon, and let's check that out. And of course, they're both, very soft. The natural Morocco covers and everything. And zoom out a little bit here, just see them. But they're nice. I like them. And the only thing I don't like about the Clarendon is these little ribbons. They're kind of small compared to the Blackface ribbon anyway. It's definitely smaller. But here's a shot of the title page of the Clarendon. As opposed to the title page of the Blackface, which I'm going to get back to here in a second. There we go. Little differences. I think the Blackface just has a more, professional layout, especially up here in the front, where it has, that's what you got there. And the Clarendon is going to have that. And getting back to Matthew, so you can see the text. It's got the chapter summaries up top. Excuse my camera. Still working with this thing a little bit. It's very bold, looks nice. It doesn't have any pronunciation marks whatsoever in it at all. And they both have the italicized words, which I like, which the long primer is lacking. So there is that. So that's the major difference in the two. And going back to the Blackface, there's Mark. As you can see here, there's not very much self-pronouncing in this particular passage here. Kind of gives you a better idea of the typeface and how it's going to look without all, when you're just reading it. Because I focused on the self-pronouncing in Matthew, but I'll do a Mark and Mark comparison. So there's Mark in the Brevier Blackface, and here's Mark in the Clarendon. And they're both roughly the same size. The Clarendon's a little thicker because I think the lettering is just a little bit larger. And it also has the lined note paper in the back. But you're not going to get that in the Blackface. I've owned 3 different Blackface Bibles, and neither one of them have had the lined paper in the back. So I guess that's standard for a Blackface. I'm not sure, but based on my experience anyway. And just giving you a shot of the spine and the grain on the brown. Just like on the long primer, the brown is a little less intense, I guess would be the word, than the black. But they're both very nice, and it's just, to me, it boils down to which one you feel like picking up and taking to church, or which one you feel like picking up and reading. And there's a shot of Genesis in the Clarendon. And I'll do a shot of Genesis in the Blackface also. And we'll sum it up. And the Blackface also has this pronunciation key. So it shows you how to use the pronunciation. So it's kind of helpful to someone from the South like myself who's verbally challenged and hasn't really heard it spoken the correct way, I suppose. But there's the first book of Moses, as you can see. Everything's got the marks above it and broken into syllables. And there we go. So there you go. There's your Blackface Clarendon comparison, and I hope this has been helpful to those who've been curious about the differences between the two. And God bless, and good night.